Why don't you welcome us in? What's going on?
Welcome, Joe.
Thank you, Dave.
Hey, everybody. Welcome to the Dave and Joe Liberty Stand. And there's no "the" there, but
That's right.
I said it anyway. Anyway, we're going to talk a little bit about the 10th Amendment. We brushed on it a minute ago, but man, somebody was talking a lot and just kind of whizzed right through all kinds of stuff there. But,
Do you want to have Levi read it?
I would love to have Levi read that.
Okay.
Amendment 10. The powers not delegated to the United States by the Constitution, nor prohibited by it to the states, are reserved to the states respectively or to the people.
Now, what does that mean?
I don't know, Dave.
No.
What do you think?
You know
Levi?
what I think.
In 2 words, states' rights.
States' rights. That means the federal government has this much power, and everything else is by the states, by the counties, by the towns and cities,
Right.
and mostly by the individuals. That's called living in a free country. And that's what makes America great.
I think that goes back kind of in our discussion a week ago with Levi when he was talking about how voting. Our time is different on the internet. when voting,
wearing different clothes. And
yeah,
stuff, talking about, yeah,
and where voting doesn't seem like it's really, your voice isn't heard.
It's incredibly important.
But I'm going to say this though too about this is this even left state rights? Is it even still in existence?
Okay,
today?
I don't even know when. I wish I was smarter on this than I am. Or remembered what I used to know.
You're a genius in our eyes, brother. Dave.
Yeah, well, you need to get out more. But
you won't let me.
go back in your hole. Anyway, over the time, starting over 100 years ago, really Woodrow Wilson was probably the one that started getting this going, although TR did too, Teddy Roosevelt, he's kind of started. But they started bribing, the feds started bribing the states. Well, you can have your thing, but if you do this, we'll give you this much money to do whatever. So then that's how you start doing it.
Corruption entered.
Well, how do you, okay, the legal age to smoke or drink. There's no federal law about that. It's a state law thing, and it all used to be different depending on what state. Years ago, before our time.
Because we're only in our 20s.
Because we're very young people. But
we recorded this a long time ago.
Yeah, we did. But
I wouldn't be here.
Yeah, he's from the future.
He's like this big in his mommy's tummy.
Anyway,
he's going, man, what did I get into?
Twilight.
Yeah.
No. There was no uniform law about drinking, smoking, or driving. Any of that. It was all state by state by state.
So,
but the feds wanted to have control of all that, and they were like, okay,
yeah.
And speed limits used to, although now we're back. We kind of went back to that, where different states have different speed.
Oh, right.
But for a long time, 55. Sammy Hagar, I can't drive 55.
Yeah.
That was it.
Yes.
But
I almost started to sing there.
Do that. But no. The federal government tries to get its powers and tries to bribe it and make everything uniform and try to make it their way. So we're not individual states. Every state's supposed to be an experiment, and we're supposed to see what works better in what state. I mean, if this state goes
literally, I mean you were serious about
literally.
that.
No, when I say experiment, I truly mean
that. Because we all make
okay,
mistakes.
like the pot thing. The states that are doing.
Yeah.
Now, right now, they are technically, I don't know if that's true or not, breaking the federal law, although the federal law is wrong. There is no federal law on drugs at all. So it is the right of the states to do it, but it's still on the books. We need to get rid of that. It should be a states' right thing about drugs. Okay, you can like it or not. I don't care. That's not even
right.
the point.
Right.
It
right.
is the right of the states to
Right.
decide
The
if you
people
can
in
do
that state to decide
vote
whether or
on
not
that
they
and
want
decide
that.
if they want
Right.
that or not. But you know what?
But-
This other state that doesn't have something that somebody else does
He
can
gets
go.
me going, man.
Can go.
I
Okay,
think about marriage.
after-
like marriage, you know.
after 5 years, or so, has that hurt that state or has that helped that state?
That's so
Is
you
that good or
see
bad?
the results.
And it weighs on the other states. So the other states want to copy what the states that are doing
If
good
it's
things
good,
do, and they
right.
want to get rid of the stuff that
Well,
is bad.
Okay. Right.
The federal government has nothing to do with it, and they shouldn't,
little
and they should not.
Shoot.
They should not have anything
Well,
to do
you know,
with it.
I think what I'm hearing too is it goes back to broken men, corrupt. The sinful nature of man is why, you know, you give us a little bit of room and we take a mile. You give
Okay.
us, you know what I'm saying?
In the foundation of the country, oh gosh, was it
But they came from a place of
I think it was
persecution.
Adams. I think it was
we
Adams.
talked about that earlier.
He
about
said
you
that
know,
this country,
trials.
the way this country was founded,
right, okay.
with freedoms that come from God,
right,
and the government, we are the boss of the government, not the other way.
Right.
And our laws come from God,
and it's
not the
kind of
government.
flipped around, right?
But he also said, and this is true, and this is why we're failing, and this is why we've actually let the government have more control, is this form of government can only be run by informed and moral people.
Okay. Okay.
Now, no offense to my young friend Levi here, who knows part of our team. He's got work to do, and believe you me, he's going to do it because he's with us now, and I'm going to require it. So,
He's
I'm outta here.
mentor.
But we're not informed, and we're certainly not moral. And I'm not.
No,
By
that's
any
it.
means.
I appreciate. Yeah.
I'm informed. My morality, you have to ask individuals.
That's why we're here.
Right, yes, I need. That's where
We're
these
gonna
guys
tag
help me.
team him.
Yeah. That's
Levi
what it is.
does a little. What do you call it? Not
There's a
even
reason
that.
I haven't said anything much on this episode.
We'll go.
I'm not about to step in and act like I know more than.
Oh,
What do you
well,
think
what
about?
Do you,
What do you think about what I've said?
You
so
got a few minutes.
I think where we're at today, I think states' rights are about all we have left. You know, I think we should.
Is hope wise?
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I'm sorry. I had a thought, but
No, it's one thing I did want to comment on was the contradiction. You know, the states within the state law, something will be legal, but then technically the federal government can step in and
Right.
arrest anybody that's doing what's
but that's
legal
an
in
illegal
that state.
law, though. They shouldn't have the right. To
Yeah,
they don't.
exactly.
that's what
They
he's
don't.
saying. The
But
contradiction.
what does
yeah.
that say about our nation, where we have
Well, we're in
laws
big
that-
trouble, and that's why we're here to try to fix things.
Yeah, you know.
Help.
it
Hey,
should be
warning,
fixed.
warning! Right?
Yeah, I think.
That's what we're calling the alarm, maybe.
Yeah, well, I think something should be done about that. You know, it should be not federally illegal if it's going to be.
No, from the ground up,
Yeah,
from the
you know,
bottom up, not from the top
one or
down.
the other. You know, let's not say one thing and then do another. I guess. So that's always something I felt like was
And see,
something that should be dealt with.
well, one thing before I go on, but I was thinking of like states would become separate countries, like Africa.
Almost, yeah.
You know, but at some point it may.
Well, they
You want to do that.
Do you ever watch?
almost.
Okay, I know you're not a big
John Wayne?
movie guy, but if you watch old westerns and stuff, and you watch, well, I'm a Missourian or
Oh,
whatever.
okay.
People used to identify themselves with
By
their
their-
states,
Right.
like they were a country.
Well, yeah.
and because we were,
That's how.
that's how we
Well,
identified
but
ourselves.
see, back in the day, though, you take a
And,
buggy. It would take you hours or days to go. Oh, days, I should say, to go across the state. So it was bigger. Now it's we can travel so quickly today,
Right.
especially with the internet. But for me, I'm gonna say this, you guys. I've grown up in an era where I've been very unknowledgeable about how the states' rights, like you guys are talking about. I'm not real familiar with this. I don't think it's something that we really pay much attention to or really talk much about.
Me?
So I'm glad you guys are you and Levi. You know what I'm saying? I mean, for me to that's why I'm here. I'm learning as well, and that's why I think it's good. And I hope that the people out there are learning something as well. So it's good. It's good.
Well, I'll tell you what, man. Here's what we're. It's 10,
Yeah.
10 something, right? Well, here's what we're doing, and let's do one more show, man. This has been fun.
All right.
Levi's here. Let's take
All
advantage of that and do another one. But what we basically want to do is learn about freedom, learn
Yeah.
about the Constitution, and love
Yep.
us some Jesus.
Amen.
And that's what we're all here
Amen.
about. So
Yeah. All right, you guys. Well, thanks a
Let's
lot.
get back
We
to
appreciate you tuning in, and we will be back. We'll see you soon. God bless you.
all right. See you
Bye-bye.
on the flip side. Bye bye.